24.4.
The rubber adds a softening to the frequency. So when we build them, we won't do frequency with grip on. So we're probably 5 CPM less because of grips.
Oh, yeah. I see.
So 273?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so like that's what, so already, right, so there's the first red flag.
Is it because of the swing rate? So the hat is heavier right now?
Or it could be tipping, just maybe they didn't, because it's so short,
enough.
maybe they maybe butt trimmed it too much, didn't trim it enough.
Correct.
Maybe. Okay, what's your 39? We were 39.75, Ben, were we on the 5 hybrid?
39.75.
This is all the fun bit, Ben. So when we would do this together, we would guess. So like when you know what the shaft is, you know what the length is, you'd always try and guess based on the progression. So I'm going to guess 291.
Perfect. Yeah, it's actually like 291.
That's crazy.
Sweet. So now we're back into his 4 iron right now. So he has 2 4 iron.
Okay, so we've got 2 strokes on 4 irons. What is one the Z forged?
So first of all, the first one is ZXI5. The other one is ZXIU. So ZXIU, loft is 23.5, line angle 57.75. On the other hand, ZXI5, 22.75, and line angle in 57. So 4 iron ZXIU length is 38.5. The ZXI5 are same. Yeah. I searched it on web. It's a counterweight shaft.
So the mode is 130.
Yep.
Was counterbalance, so they built it for Sergio.
Yep.
So stiffest in the handle.
Yep.
Which is what gives it the counterbalance. Is they make it very heavy, very stiff, and they make it a little bit larger in the handle.
Yep.
And when Taichi said he got it because he wanted more spin, that's what basically. So I think this is a prototype of the 130.
Yeah. Oh.
As soon as he was describing it, so Sergio, because he gets so much lag. He wants as much shaft deflection to create as much launch as he can because he squeezes it so much. Yep. So I think the 215 is a version of the 130. Yeah. Probably a prototype version, maybe slightly lighter.
Lighter, yes.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is.
I see. Yeah. Okay, so the ZXI5, 305.
Okay, perfect.
The other one, it's 302.
What one's got the recoil in the 2 iron? Probably a 95.
95 F5, maybe F5. CPM?
Sure.
279.
Okay. The line was upright, wasn't it? It was like 59.
Yeah, 59.25. Yep. Yes.
Yeah, that was an odd one.
Yeah, that is an odd one.
Longer and more upright, I would imagine. He's got a little bit of maybe a left miss for that one.
For that, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you all the line and loft for the iron wedge
first. Love it. So let's run through all the lofts through to pitch and wedge, through to lob wedge. Let's do that.
Okay. So 5 iron. So 5 iron loft 26.75. A bit weak. That one.
He does play his irons a little weak.
Yeah. 9 iron 44. Pitching wedge at 47.5. Sand wedge 53.5. Slot wedge 57.25.
So 54 is RTX Torak, 10 bounce.
Was that on RTX 6? That was a 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's the new one.
That was the RTZ, okay.
Yeah, so the lob wedge is RTZ.
So the lob wedge is the RTZ.
Yep. Yeah, so that one is new.
Yeah.
So
was that the 53? That was RTX 6.
Yeah. 35.5.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're using.
His stuff's been pretty good so far, so I can kind of tell what the progression is going to be. So based on the shaft profile, based on the length, we're guessing what the CPMs are, just so to see how close we get.
Yep.
Fun.
So line angle, we start at
Yeah,
5 iron.
5 iron, yep.
58.25,
Okay.
60,
Okay,
60.5,
yep,
61.25,
yep,
61, 62.25,
yep.
62.25. So I got 5. Okay, so we have 6 right now.
Perfect bed.
Yep.
313.
311. Let's try one more time. 312, I mean.
Okay.
I'm
Guessing what your CPMs are. There's a place to remember, isn't there?
324.
Nice.
Close enough.
Okay.
So 9.
329.
45 degrees aloft. Sound wedge for 3. Pitching wedge 47.5. Only 2 degrees aloft. This is not good gapping.
Yeah. Big gap between his 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Frequency on his UW, so he's getting that flyer one. Look how soft the CPM is compared to everything else. All his woods are 7.5. That one's 5.5. All his irons are 6.5.
Wow.
So
That's
there's-
why it's getting
yeah,
flyer.
it could be.
Yeah,
Which
pitching wedge.
is exactly why we do the blueprint, because he came in, he told us he's a problem club. That's the one thing that I'll always mark it in red.
Well, the CPM is way off.
Close.
That's probably what's causing the issue. But like his woods are at 7, right? And
So we're like
317.
317.
We sit on the lob wedge?
Yeah.
Okay.
So swing weight.
Yeah.
We start with lock wedge and go back.
Sounds good.
So.
No kidding.
D6.1.
You know the amount of data that we're inputting and how they're analyzing it is literally like designing an F1 car.
50.
Yeah.
What we're doing right now,
D5.1.
this is basically our version of Drive to Survive.
And the crazy thing is, like, there's nowhere else in Asia that will do this for you. The blueprint order clubs, loft, live, spec, CPM. It's amazing to see a difference and see the issues, potential issues of gapping, potential inconsistencies with CPM.
With a slice of pizza.
Now pitching wedge.
Yep.
I mean, this just goes to show Hong Kong's #1 player who's 1 stroke off qualifying for
5.
live
D5.3.
could just be 1 off club CPM away from making it. Right? He lost by 1 to Max in a live qualifier. He lost by 1 to Patrick Reed to earn a spot in the Open.
Set XIU.
That's all it takes.
D5.
Hong Kong's #1 hasn't done this in 2 years, and all the tournaments he's ever won is in the last 2 years. Like, we want to know how TFG are going to support Hong Kong players to go to the next level.
This is a mess. Wow. So his 4 iron 57.75. The club gets longer by 2 inches. So every half inch is pushing it obviously more upright, yet the club is more statically upright as well. So like he'll have a left miss with his 2 iron for sure. Like he'll have a gremlin in the bag that at times when he doesn't want it, he'll have a left miss. Yeah, we've not talked 2 iron yet, but he will have for sure. What's wrong, but we just what we see basically. So we're seeing frequency, we're seeing obviously lofts and lens. Important that we want to map Taichi's clubs when he's obviously wants to change something, but more importantly, what's his clubs doing when he's playing really well.
Yeah.
So we've always got a record in that. So if he's going through a struggle, we can always go back to what he really liked, and then that way, we're back to ground zero.
Square to square. Java. So loft is 5.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's bang on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have some fun with that one in Quintic.
Yeah. 69.5 is the line.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Close. I was mild out in the loft. I thought 2.5 in the loft, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think of 5? What's the middle length and swing weight? Right.
Oh, so it's 35.75.
Okay. What grips on his putter there, Ben?
The putter is Super Stroke 1 OP 17.
You guys Taichi what he would play. So he, do you say he's 2-4? Oh, that's 2-4s.
The other one's like way bigger.
Yeah, he likes to play test the set XI5.
Nice. Okay. I'm just doing his spacing and lofts, and just I see some problems, right? So long end of the bag we're typically
4.
3 or 4,
Yes.
right? And then definitely, so his lofts are reversed.
Yes.
So they're supposed to get wider as the club
as
gets
it-
shorter.
yes,
and
correct.
right now they're obviously
2 and
they're getting
3.
really bunched when the clubs are shorter. So with his scoring club, he's going to be having some distance control issues.
True.
So we can fix that for him today really quickly. That's a big one.
I see. May have a chance that like when he travel, it moves and he didn't know that. Yeah.
Could be in travel. You're
Because
trying
he
to-
was playing like in Macau like a few like last week, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe we're traveling like makes the loft like banded.
So I just want to make a little note of that, just so we can, when we talk about loft progression, like all this area is
It's
not good.
Yeah. We may need to adjust it.
It's a bit of a mess. I'm going to do the same thing with his lies quickly.
But definitely it's like minus, right? Because
Yeah.
it's uprighted.
Mm-hmm. For right now, for how long that's playing, which is that's a really long 2 iron,
Yeah.
40.5, to be playing that upright.
Yeah.
I mean, like if we were to hit his 4 iron, put the quad stickers on, do his dynamic lie angle, then get to hit his 2 iron. His 2 iron is probably going to be 4 degrees dynamic
True.
lie. So his start line will probably be
Left.
left the target.
Yeah.
And then he would just if he has any left miss, he's no margin for error because he has a left start line.
Yeah.
So he's just going to compound the curve. That goes the wrong way. Yeah, that should be good in the lens. Alright, my man. That is our first fully blue printed set of clubs at TFG. Love that. Okay. We'll leave it as that for now, and then we'll see if he wants to if he wants to come have a look at this, or we can pull up with him through there.
Yeah.
And then see, like, after seeing where the lost line are, did he want to, because he was really happy with his iron, so you mess with our mojo, maybe not.
Let's see what happens.